Hello everyone, this is Warhawk Beyond 2040 and welcome to another edition of the Jazz Albums Review Series. And today I am going to be taking a look at a brand new 2023 release from one of the most celebrated, decorated, respected and iconic musicians of all time, and is one of the true legends of the guitar. And in my opinion, he is one of the greatest guitar players of all time and an absolute master of the classical, acoustic and 12-string guitars, and has been a major force on the jazz scene since the 1960s, and has played with just about everyone from Paul Winter Consort to Weather Report to Atmosphere to Bill Bruford to Gary Burton to Charlie Haden to Jan Garbarek to Keith Jarrett to Trilok Gurtu to Paul McCandless to Glenn Moore, to name a few, and is best known as a founding member of legendary jazz world group Oregon, and is a multi-instrumentalist and plays trumpet, piano and keyboards. But for me personally, he is at his very best on solo guitar, and he has seen it all and done it all and needs no introduction whatsoever. I am talking about, of course, the one and only legendary guitarist, composer and bandleader Ralph Towner. And this is his newest recording for ECM Records, At First Light. So At First Light marks the first time in almost 6 years since 2017's My Foolish Heart that Ralph Towner has recorded and released an album featuring new material. And this is Ralph Towner's 6th solo guitar recording that he has released under his name. And, you know, it's been a long time since Ralph Towner has recorded and released a new album. And I can honestly tell you right now, it was definitely well worth the wait. And Ralph Towner, just like he always does, he delivers and delivers in a very big way. And as I mentioned already, as great as he is with Oregon, as great as he is on trumpet, keyboards and piano, for me, solo guitar is where it's at for Ralph Towner, and for me, he is just at his absolute best in that environment, and for me, it's where he excels. So this is the first album in over 6 years that Ralph Towner has recorded and released an album featuring new material. Well worth the wait. So let's have a look. There we are. And the master himself. So Ralph Towner on this album is featured on classical guitar, as he's credited here. There's all the tracks. And there's the master himself. So all of the compositions are written and composed by Ralph Towner, with the exception of 2 standards. One which was composed by Jules Stein, Betty Comden and Adolph Green, and another standard was written and composed by Stanley Adams and Hoagie Carmichael. And some sleeve notes from Ralph Towner about his life and moving to New York City. And he also talks about his relationship with Manfred Eicher as well. And there's some more sleeve notes here from Ralph Towner. Ralph Towner, of course, released his first album for ECM in 1972, and here we are in 2023, still going very strong. Incredible. So there's a shot of the master there as well. And some credits here as well. And of course, as you'd expect, it's ECM, top-notch production, as always, courtesy of the one and only Manfred Eicher, who is perhaps the single greatest and most legendary producer of all time. He just knows how to make everybody sound fantastic. So tracks we've got here are Flow, Straight, Make Someone Happy, Ubi Sunt, Guitarra Picante, At First Light, the title track, Danny Boy, Fatfoot, Argentinian Nights, Little Old Lady, and Empty Stage. Fantastic collection of songs from start to finish. Ralph Turner, for me, has never sounded better than he does on this album, and this features some of his most emotional and beautiful guitar playing that you'll ever hear from the man himself. And for me, as I said, Ralph Turner just thrives in this environment and has never sounded better than he does here. It's just an amazing recording. So the standout tracks for me are At First Light, the title track, Makes Someone Happy, Flow, Danny Boy, Argentinian Nights, and Empty Stage. But quite frankly, there's no bad track on this album. And Ralph Turner, for me, he never puts a foot wrong. He always delivers top-notch quality music of the highest order. And for me, this is already one of the standout albums of 2023. And we're only in March. So imagine what else is going to come out as we forward through 2023. But for me, this one really stands very high at the top and could very well be album of the year, but time will tell, really. But this is a very strong album, and you can't go wrong with Ralph Turner, and you definitely can't go wrong with ECM either. And you put the two together, magic is going to happen. So there you have it. At First Light by Ralph Turner, a great, strong album from one of the all-time great legends of the guitar. Doesn't get any better than Ralph Turner. So that's going to be it from me. I'm going to wrap this up now. What's your favourite album from At First Light? Is it Flow? Is it Straight? Makes Someone Happy? Ubisunt? Guitarra Picante? At First Light? Danny Boy? Fat Foot? Argentinian Nights? Little Old Lady? Or Empty Stage? Or do you just enjoy the entire album? There's no right or wrong answer. We all have our favourite tracks. You know what to do, guys. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave your thoughts and comments down below, and I will see all of you next time for another edition of the Jazz Albums Review Series. And a quick special shout out to two very fine gentlemen from the ECM Facebook group, Adrian Goldsmith and John Kelman, two men who I have a lot of respect for. Much love to both of you fine gentlemen out there. So until next time, take care everybody and stay safe. And once again, as always, much appreciated. Thanks for listening.